Hello, welcome to World War I. This is our second class to talk about it. Today we're going to explore the nitty-gritty of kind of the rest of the story. How did such a large-scope war happen? It seems like there were really some more tensions that have been going beneath the surface for a while, more than meets the eye. And usually with a big-scale war, you have to have a power-hungry person as well who really kind of likes conflict. And we have that person in Kaiser Wilhelm. You can see his picture here on the screen. There's our Kaiser. You know, he liked the stash, and he liked the military regalia, the awards. So we have him next to a picture of the Balkans, which are a bit incongruous because Germany doesn't really make a play for the Balkans. But I maintain that these two entities, the Balkan region of southeastern Europe and Kaiser Wilhelm, together bring this massive undercurrent of a combination of resentment and fighting for one's own independence, along with an ego big enough to bring the world to war. So let's unpack this today. Here we go. Now, to understand World War I, we have to understand some things first. Please begin your notes. Go ahead and start taking notes on these slides. Write as fast as you can. Hopefully you'll have enough time. You see some maps we're going to look at today. This map is from 1907 that we're looking at right now. So you see in this map the Austro-Hungarian Empire. If you're thinking, that looks quite a bit larger than the territory Austria and Hungary both have today, you are correct. They've got some of Poland, they've got the Czech Republic, they have all this other stuff in their large territory. They really had an empire and wanted an empire. So that's something to notice in the map. Now, they were competing with the Ottoman Empire for control in the Balkans. The Balkans is this region here of Southeast Europe. So that makes sense when you look at the map. You see, well, Austro-Hungarian Empire, if they're going to expand, they want to expand this way. You know, they're not going to expand into Russia. Russia won't let them. They're not going to expand into Germany. Germany is perhaps even more militaristic than they are. So their only place is to kind of take advantage, to kind of pick off some of these guys down here. The problem is these guys are pretty passionate. It might be little countries, but they're not so easy to pick off. Not so easy to bully, if you will. The Ottoman Empire is declining at this point in 1907, almost on the way out, but it still wants to have some control in this region as well. If nothing else, a buffer from the other large empires. Now, the people groups in the Balkans have strong nationalism. You know, last class when we talked about Maine, that N of nationalism is really important in providing the power source that's going to promote a world war. Now, the people groups in this region, a lot of different people groups. Some we've looked at in ancient history. You know, we've looked at Macedonia and Greece. Those are people groups with long, rich tradition in this region. Also the Serbs, the Bosnians, the Macedonians. We talked about Montenegrins, Albanians, Romanians, and more. And the country's borders don't necessarily say who lives where. And all of these people have the common ancestor of the Slavic people groups and the Slavic language. And so they actually feel that they have a lot of things in common with Russians because of that background, that language, that ancestry. Now, Russia would like to have some influence in the Balkans for the reasons of that common ancestor. And then also, Russia always wants a warm water port. And poor Russia, even today, always gets blocked. There's always some country in the way that we just shouldn't pick on or shouldn't just take over for Russia. But they want a warm water ocean port. And that's obvious when you think about today. We ship for trade today. There's shipping containers and freighters. And if you can only use your ocean ports a few months out of the year, you're not able to compete at the level of those who have a warm water port. So Russia's